you so much, Mr. Chair. It's the faux outrage for me. It's as faux news that I'm hearing, because somehow you guys, and when I say you guys, I am referring to my Republican colleagues, pretend as if you are the heroes of the story. But let me remind you who set the House on fire. It was y'all. So let me go ahead and handle these receipts, because I know that I always have to have proof, even though I guess our education system is failing us, because it seems like facts don't seem to faze people that vote for y'all.
And you know what? I'm going to stick up for this lady because she is absolutely right. Excuse me. When she makes that comment that education is failing our kids. And she is absolutely right, because over the last 4 years, our education system has practically wiped out any math skills that children have today. I mean, children are this low on the math scale. And most of these kids can't connect 10 times 10, 6 times 2, or 2 plus 9. And it's amazing to me how she could get this so correct. And I wonder how and who in the last 4 years, how has it gotten like this, and who is responsible for it? And if she's upset with a new party coming in, I think in my mind that smart people have to join together to continue education on a better track, make it better than what it was the last 4 years, and continue to build on these children's education and a new thinking process. And everything that they're being taught today in school pretty much is reason why they're failing. And that's just from me and my experience with my kids and my grandkids. And I'm lucky because my kids finished school just before the Joe Biden era took over. And yeah, so um, all my kids are doing well. But how are my grandchildren going to get along in school? That's what I'm worried about.
But I'm gonna do it anyway. So at this point, it feels as if y'all have just decided that y'all are gonna castrate your constitutional duty and hand it over to someone who is unelected. It doesn't matter how many cheerleaders he had on the field campaigning for him. That doesn't mean that he gets to go in and sit atop any of our agencies.
I'm sorry, but that's exactly what that means. That the president, the chosen, the voted in president of the United States of America, that's his job to set above everybody else and fix the problems that the people who were there before caused. And it doesn't take a genius to understand how bad our country's going and how much suffering we, the American people, and our children are going through. We are suffering more than any of these people that you guys are going to be talking today, because they're rich. They make hundreds of thousands of dollars a year on taxpayers' money that they get paid to sit up there with all their rhetoric and misleading words, and they just continue it with no consequences whatsoever. It's amazing to me how people in today's way of doing things get away with everything that they're getting away with. It's just amazing.
And the fact that we had a vote today and we asked to bring him in because we have a constitutional duty. We all took our oath, and maybe some of y'all just don't take it seriously, but I take it seriously when I take an oath to do a job, and my job is to look out and make sure that we don't have any kings or queens in this country. But it seems like y'all have decided that it's going to be Mr. King and his queen, and y'all can pick which one is which.
So, do you think any of these protesters actually know where Elon Musk was born and raised? Hmm, that's a thought. I wonder if they actually know this or do they actually think he's German? I don't know. I'm German and I'm not a Nazi. Never have been. Wasn't even alive when that era was going on. It's a shame that people are this dense to realize that they're just spewing out the wrong thing. What a shame.
Mr. Chairman, would it be possible to get some therapy dogs in here for my colleagues on the other side of the aisle?
We could ask Mr. Raskin's shrink to.
I'm worried about their mental stability.
Yeah, and so are we. I mean, these people are kind of deranged a little bit. But on the other hand, let's see if we can listen to some brilliant people. Do they still exist? I don't know. Let's find out.
He's been doing a great job so far. I wake up every day and I read the headlines and I get impressed by his creativity. But I also think he can go further, such as with his bid to end birthright citizenship. He could start printing papers for the undocumented children here that are currently being born, and then force the foreign governments of the country of origin to accept those citizenship papers diplomatically. And I also think I go to Chicago and I see the immigration crisis at the forefront in front of my school on the corners. I don't think we should wait until unpopular mayors like Brandon Johnson.
Okay, I can deal with this. Hey, this guy is brilliant. I mean, we need more smart people like him. He should be working for Trump at the White House or somewhere in the federal government. That would be excellent. We need people like this guy here. This guy's brilliant. He's smart. He has his education. He knows what he's talking about, and he's just not spewing out the mouth like a lot of other people do. Brilliant in my book.
Lose their elections. I honestly think if mayors like him obstruct Tom Homan or President Trump, they should be arrested. They should be indicted, put on trial, because they weren't afraid to put him on trial when he was just running for office. So I would say let the voters in the community talk about, is using taxpayer dollars against common sense policies, is it illegal? And I think you would see that Mayor Brandon Johnson, so many other mayors would be criminally charged.
We have another Democrat among us, and that is Stephanie. And I understand now you're leaning more independent, maybe not exactly one party or the other. You just heard from Jamil. What would you like to add to that?
Okay. We're going to listen to a Democrat. I used to be a Democrat until all this bullshit broke out, okay? And now I'm a Republican. Well, actually, I vote Republican, but I'm in the middle, okay? I'm not sure what I am, but I'm leaning more Republican side. But there's a lot of Democrat I agree with. So let's see what this woman agrees with. I haven't seen this yet, so let's go ahead and see and how well this woman is informed, and let's see what she has to say. If it's good, bad, or is it to the left? Let's give it a go.
So I think the country is the most divided it's ever been in my lifetime. The Democratic Party doesn't represent my values as much anymore. I think it's shifted so much from kind of the Clinton era party that I grew up on. And I think now it's kind of representing these really elitist, maybe even socialist ideals. I'm a mother of 4 kids. I have real concerns. I have, really immediate issues that I want to make sure are addressed. And I think as an independent, I can use my own brain. I can have an open mind and a critical ear and look at candidates for who they are and what they represent, and if that mirrors my values. As far as adding on to Trump's border policies, immigration, birthright citizenship, I think the Constitution was meant to be reevaluated and debated, and this incredible country that we live in is built on discourse and debate and discussion, and smart people coming together to solve big problems in a constructive way so that we can have this incredible liberal democracy that we live in, which is a give and a take. You have to balance your independent identity with serving the good of a greater society as well, and we've lost that. We have this kind of entitled, I deserve everything attitude, and I think that's kind of ruling the roost right now.